If you guys ever heard of the Hot Rod Power Tour, it is a cross-country trip, lots of miles, and guess what? This 1983 FoxBody actually made it. We're gonna talk about it right here on the channel today. Hello and welcome to Gearhead 704. I'm Matt, and this is my buddy Sam, who's been on many videos on the channel actually.
Yeah, I'm the guy that harasses in the background about Chevy motor swaps.
Yeah.
And Duke Blue, but really I'm still a Fox guy at the heart.
You're still a Ford guy, Fox guy. He actually is getting a feature today, guys. We're gonna talk all about his 83, which you've had here at Mustang Week.
Yeah, drove it down. You know,
you drove it all the way from, where do you live at? It's not Charlotte.
It's Rutherford, North Carolina, about 2 hours west of Charlotte in the mountains. Yeah, drove it the 5 hours down here.
How'd it do?
It did pretty good. It's all stock. It rides cushy, it's comfy, it gets good fuel economy. It was great.
And it also looks great, actually. Yeah. I think so. Let's go ahead and do a little cinematic, show you around the car. Sam, one of the things I do like about this is honestly the age. It's a little bit of rat rod, but is it still original paint?
Most of the paint's still original on the car. It has been certain parts of the car, like the front nose, has been repainted.
Okay, front nose been repainted.
Yeah, traditionally 83s, this would be a matte, like this. The headlight cups would be matte black, and then you have the gloss around it. So this has been repainted because it was in collision at one point, a front end, like an animal collision.
Now, when did you actually pick it up? How long have you owned this?
It's probably close to 6 years I've owned this car.
Okay. When you got it, are you more of a 4i guy?
I always tell people I'm really a 70s kind of guy.
Yeah.
I love cars from the mid to late 70s.
Yeah. Your Corvette's a 70s, right? You own a bunch of 70s cars, actually.
I own a bunch of 70s cars.
This is an 83 though, so.
Honestly, it's the best year for me. I love the V-grill. I love the 4Eyes look. The interior is the last year of this style interior design, so this is like...
What's different about that, actually? Maybe that's a good thing, because to me, it just looks like a 4i interior, but don't kill me, guys. I don't know much about these. 85, 86 is kind of all I know about.
So right off the bat, last year of medium red interior, which I like. The gauge bezel is different. So like when they go 84, they start to have like a cockpit style airplane gauge cluster set up with the bezel, and I really don't care for that. I like this smooth out bezel, and then seat designs for a little bit. Those are like the big keys for me why. This car actually is a little weird, Matt and I discovered, and the build sheet does prove this.
Matt from FoxResto, which by the way, that's who you work for, right?
Yeah.
FoxResto. Look, he's even representing right here. You do all their social media, right?
Yep, I do their social media. I'm also now working event planning with Jen on Oktoberfest that's coming up.
And do you help out in the shop sometimes too, right?
Yeah.
That's awesome that you're doing all that now. And honestly, Sam's a great guy. He's doing a great job. I can only do so much promotion for them. They needed somebody to push out their stuff all the time. So you did great with that. I didn't realize that. I haven't paid much attention to 83. But you said it was your favorite. So why is that? What is it about the 83?
It still has that 70s vibe that, you know, 79 it was the first year of the Fox Mustangs.
Yep.
And so it still has that 70s vibe before it gets more into that 80s retro feel. So that's why I like this interior. This car has 82 headliner and 82 gauge clusters. Yeah, okay. So the texture is actually different. It's a vinyl style.
Oh, look at that. Yeah, it is vinyl. It's not the carpet or whatever.
And then the gauge cluster, you can't tell right now, but in 83 they change over to amber coloring.
Okay.
But 79 to 82 is a green, cool green.
Yeah.
And so this car is actually a leftover car. So they used leftover parts from 82 that they had laying on the factory line and just put it in the car.
Speaking of leftover, right here, you don't have five gears. Why is that?
I removed it. I couldn't help myself.
No, you didn't. It has the S-Rod, which is what, single rail overdrive, I think?
Yep, single rail overdrive unit. So it is a 4-speed car. It's similar, actually, the gear ratio and how it's built is very similar to the old 60s 3-speed transmissions Ford built. I actually have
like 3 in the column back in those days. Yeah.
Similar design. evolved it, but it's very similar in its design. Actually, I own a bunch of those 3-speeds in my barn. So cool transmission. It only can hold about 300 foot-pounds of torque, so it's really only good for a stock 5-liter. Yeah. At max.
And you were telling me, I don't know if you're pulling my leg, but the T5 was an option this year?
Yes, this is a March car, which makes it just weird with a lot of the stuff that it has. March of '83, the T5 was a stock option at that point. This car was ordered by the dealership in Tennessee. They ordered it with all the options you could option it with, except the T5. They actually took a rebate on that. It was about like $124, $128 rebate.
That's a lot of money back in '83.
Yeah, a lot of money for a car that's, the sticker was around like 10.9 grand.
Okay.
So it was an expensive car in '83.
It's got cruise control, so yeah, you could have got a T5, but they did the rebate. And you were not going to swap it, right? Giving you a hard time, but
no, it's a match. Everything on this car is a matching, rear ends matching numbers, transmission, even the carburetor is matching to the car.
Oh, that's awesome. And I forgot one of the coolest things. Should have started out the video with this. Sam, I noticed the sticker here. Hot Rod Power Tour 2022. You took this on the Hot Rod Power Tour, didn't you?
Yeah, so I drove this 2,500 miles from Rutherford to Memphis to Nashville, Tennessee to Alabama, Pensacola, Florida, and Atlanta, Georgia, and then took it back home.
Wow.
So, I mean, this has 131,000 original miles currently on it. And I put 25 of those earlier this year. So I drive this car all the time. I drove it in college. I drove it. That's when I got it. And
this is kind of like your daily, right?
Yeah, it was kind of my daily in a way.
Yeah. Now you also have the Subi. Sometimes you guys hang around the bloopers. The Subi makes an appearance. The Subaru.
Yeah, that's actually now my daily.
Yeah, but this thing has been through it, and I love that you took it on Hot Rod Power Tour. You had to do a lot to it to get it ready, kind of, right? Yeah. Walk us through that.
I snapped a rear spring. It has its original springs.
Oh, and you snapped one of the originals?
It physically snapped and then sat on itself. So
oh man, then you had some good low maybe then.
Yeah, it was sitting so low. I put new springs, factory style springs, and actually rebuilt the drums because the drums weren't working when I originally rebuilt them the first time. The wheel cylinders were seized and I didn't know about that. And so Matt from FoxResto taught me how to do it correctly and all that. Got this thing out. I have a working e-brake. My rear brakes work perfectly. I still have to do some suspension bushings back here, but all that's original as well. But
that's one of the things that people don't know is drum brakes actually can stop if they're done right.
Oh yeah,
they're actually pretty good.
100%. Even my '71 Volkswagen, I have the original drum brakes on there.
What kind of wheels are these actually? They look like police style wheels.
Yeah. So in '83, they had the TRX wheels. They're metric. They're 390.
Yeah, the tires are a pain in the butt.
Yeah, they're about $400 per tire.
Yeah.
So I couldn't afford that in college. Yeah. I bought steel wheels, put some dog dishes on, and then put some tires on it. Yeah. And they're like 270 wheel setup. So it was my cheapest option, but they're great.
Yeah, they really do. So guys, we're gonna let you hear the exhaust in a minute. That's the best part. But yeah, let's go ahead and pop the hood, Sam. All right, so this is a massive 900 horsepower. No, what are we looking at here, Sam?
Basically a stock 5-liter. Actually, the intake I had to do for power tour, put into the thermostat. And so it was the first time that intake has ever been taken off this car.
Why'd you have to do that for a thermostat? Because I thought thermostat was in front, or is it different on the carbureted cars?
It's in the same place, but to be honest, to get the 1 volt, it was already like seized in there because it was the original.
Oh, okay, so you might as well at that point.
I had to use a torch to heat the aluminum up to get the bolt to free itself. Shorty headers, aftermarket from the original manifold. It has dual exhaust, which is different than what originally would came with. Small delete, Mishimoto radiator, and some better ignition products on it for it. But it still runs its original Duraspark from '83.
Wow, now that is impressive there. That's pretty cool. It does sound great. You do have mufflers, but you also have dumps on the car.
With the dual exhaust, I didn't really like how the mufflers sounded, but I really they sound great when you're just cruising. They're quiet, silent, they're great. But I want some...
You want some loud?
Yeah, I want some loud. So I actually put electric cutouts, which are little valves that are motorized. So when you give them juice, they open up and then you can close them and you can have, different sound. When I drive around, sometimes I'll have the dumps completely wide open.
Yeah, I've heard that. Yeah. It sounds pretty rowdy, guys. Yeah. What's your mid-pipe on this? I mean, the H-pipe, X-pipe?
H-pipe. I think that if I remember correctly, the dumps are actually after the H-pipe where I welded them in.
And mufflers?
The cheapest mufflers you could buy.
Yeah, like Meineke probably, or something, Midas.
Yeah, they're awful.
All right, guys, we're gonna get a startup first without the dumps open. This is just straight muffler. There you go. Okay, yeah, that's pretty quiet. Obviously, it's not gonna chop because it has a cam, but it had a decent initial startup. Maybe we'll give it a little rev, see what it sounds like through mufflers. Okay. So yeah, that's pretty quiet. I'm definitely hearing way more from the engine than the exhaust. Yeah. All right, now let's open up the dump. Oh, I already hear sound volume difference. do it. That's fun, right?
Yeah.
So that's pretty cool, actually. I think I'd like to do that setup in Nemesis. You kind of got me thinking about it. How'd you do it on the power tour most of the time? Open or closed?
Oh, open.
Open the whole time. That's what I'm talking about, man.
You can't go on power tour without being noisy.
No, you got to be noisy on power tour. That's awesome. All right, sounds pretty good, Sam. Now, you do have police interceptor on here, and I told you the wheels look like police. Is that intentional?
It kind of is, kind of not.
Okay.
So it was a joke in college with some of my friends because I put the wheels on within 2 weeks of owning the car. They're like, "Oh, you're a police car. You're a police car," and a lot of people kept saying it. And so those friends later they were buying parts and they needed something to get that free shipping, and so they got the stickers and put them on my car. And I kind of haven't been able to really get the guts to take them off.
No, honestly, I told you when I first saw it, I was like, "Is this an SSP?" I didn't know, which. Sorry guys, I know those aren't the SSP wheels, but anyway.
I mean, let's be real, it would be kind of cool if they were SSP wheels.
It would be cool. Wow. So, no, I love the car. I love you sharing on the channel. What's your other cars you got real quick?
71 Super Beetle, 72 Venova, which is half of a Nova, half of a Ventura put together, 74 Firebird, 77 Vet, the Mustang. Yeah. I got a couple motorcycles.
Is his employee review coming up? How's he doing?
Yes, he's doing actually.
He's doing a good job? We said he was, but this is his boss, so.
He is, yes. I really appreciate his feedback and his input and being like a solid, like, just car show, car person, car culture. Like, it really adds invaluable information to what we do, so.
I agree. And guess what, Sam? I just got that on video, so you know you're in good shape at your review now.
Yeah.
Thanks, Jen. FoxResto, check them out. Foxtoberfest.
Yes, FoxResto.
Sorry, I saw her. I had to take that moment.
It's all good. Because, I mean, that's basically it. I also have a 69 F250 Good Humor ice cream truck.
Love the ice cream truck. Actually, he did on Instagram. He did a poll of all his cars. The ice cream truck won, right?
Yeah.
It did. So check him out, Dead Riseville on Instagram. That's awesome. Love the car.
Foxtoberfest. You can come see my car in person. It'll be in front of the FoxResto booth, selling parts and merch. But yeah, 12th through the 15th of October, come down. It's going to be the best Foxtober yet. I agree. We got to shoot for. I'm saying let's shoot for 1,000, but we'll be happy with 800, whatever. So hang your car, draws a crowd, man. Check it out. Yeah. Awesome. Well, thanks a lot, Sam. Appreciate you. And thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please hit the like button. If you're stopping in for the first time, please subscribe because we got a lot more Mustang Week content coming for you. See you here next time on Gearhead 704. So let's go ahead and look at a cinematic and take a look at it. Yeah, we'll look at a cinematic and take a look at it. That's a blooper. There's an 82 headliner and actually the 82 gig.
Blue purse, blue purse, blue purse. Okay.
The Celine.
Yeah, no, don't take the Celine. All right.